EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles.
Wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, it's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Here's Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain.
Credit him with a 1 yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Niners at 6-4 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry them.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Get set.
Purdy. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The clock caught. It's Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And this is an offense that's number 1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You look at this Niner defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the number 1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
2nd and 10.
Delta to Hunt.
Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
On third down, Henry. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's second down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Here now, second and 4. Now it's Herbert. His throw caught around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
First and goal, Los Angeles.
Herbert now. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Herbert back to the air. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
After the sack, third and goal now from the 12. Here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release, so this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And his kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And
that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And now at this point in the first half, you got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Set. Ready.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now a deep one for Johnston. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away.
This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They keep it with Henry on 1st down.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6.
They'll run it again with Henry. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
That is caught.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
He's able to get it to Coleman. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's James. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Purdy looking to throw.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
The throwing here, Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
We'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Henry running right. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Oronde Gadsden,
26 yards.
and the Chargers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Throwing deep here for Coleman.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And he fires one incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Breaks a tackle. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Set.
Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That one complete to McConkey. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Ready.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. Now a deep one for Johnston. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A gain of 16 yards.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Set.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And this one finds McConkey. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up fourth down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And it's taken in at the 9. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Purdy now to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back to throw, Purdy. And Matthews makes the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Purdy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do was trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him the opportunity.
A gain of 32 that time.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
A first down carry for Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down and 8.
Set.
Again, it's Henry. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 36.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Down the left sideline. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal, Chargers.
.380. Run. Set. Set.
Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Touchdown, LA.
Lad McConkey from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Purdy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now there goes Green. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return from the touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
The extra point try now for Moody.
And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
The 45-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Henry again on second down.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down.
At the 41-yard line.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
On first down, it's Hampton.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Here's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 13 yards out. And the Chargers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they will take a 7-point lead.
49ers 17.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Levi Onwuzurike able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. This one out quickly to Watkins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Purdy.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Logan Hall fighting through and dropping him for the sack.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
A throw left side for Pearsall is complete.
They get 16 out of that one, but they still need to convert on 3rd.
16 yards on the play.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
4-yard loss.
It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Second and 9.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down.
25-yard line.
Throwing here, Purdy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Purdy looking to throw. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. So here we go. It's Jake Moody now in a big spot. And this one is right through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Now he'll give it up on the reverse. And able to get this out to the 25. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Finding Harris over the middle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Set. 380. Set.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now Herbert. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
This is 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
To throw is Purdy.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. They run with McCaffrey off the option.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Throwing, Purdy.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Purdy to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rep.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 35-yard line.
And now he clocks it with 19 seconds remaining.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Here's Purdy. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Set. 380. Set.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for L.A., they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.